I am a happy idiot consumer. I am one of the last baby boomers. 3 books you gotta read. We were told to read in school, and I believe them. Back when I was in school, made some sense. Of course, when you're young, you don't figure it does, and the books that you were supposed to read, you don't read with enthusiasm. So if you read them once, read them again. Animal Farm in 1984 by George Orwell. And then the other one that's often missed these days is We by a Russian author. And let me try his name. Yazini. It's in. I can't remember. I'm not very good with names, but if you look, you can find it. It's a Russian author, and his YZ is his initials. Anyhow, all 3 books are about the same thing. In 1984, some people think it was written in 1948 about what would happen in 1984 if this and this and this didn't happen. That wasn't true. 1948 was written by George Orwell to demonstrate how it already was in 1948. He just switched the numbers around so that it wouldn't get so much flack at the publishing house. In Animal Farm, of course, is the same thing. With it happens in the barn, so it's nice and simple. So we know that the farmer is what you call the elite, the royalty, and the pigs are the police system. So read that one again. It's a very good example of how things are, and that'll be a good background for getting into chapter 6 of Revelations, which is fully loaded. All the seals get open, and we're going to start with opening the first seal, and once all the seals are open, all hell breaks loose. But remember, this book isn't very old, and we have been around a long time. 5 million years we've been human. I mean, 5 million years ago we were poking around with sticks, but this whole concept, oh shit, I lost my train of thought. I'll come back when I find my train at the station. What I wanted to say, oh no, I got it again. You have to remember that war is not new. War has been around since the beginning of written history. It might have been around even a lot longer. It's hard to say when we started fighting against each other. Probably when we got to a point when we weren't fighting for survival, but we've been fighting against each other and having this same scheme of elite and slave. There's always been different names. We still have kings and queens. Even in Europe there's kings and queens, and people are supposedly awake here, but obviously not, because there's still kings and queens. Anyway, we'll get on to Revelation now. Well, you'd almost call it the 7 sins of Satan, but they call it the seals. Then I saw, this is verse 1 of chapter 6. Then I saw the Lamb break open the first of the 7 seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures say in a voice that sounded like thunder, "Come." I looked, and there was a white horse. Its rider held a bow, and he was given a crown. He rode out as a conqueror to conquer. Well, of course, not everybody, but some people say this is all astrological, but it's all also a bit like this, conveniently enough, this George Orwell story. And the other guy's name that I can't say, but there's been a lot of books like that. Even if you read Hard Times by Charles Dickens, you'll see the same scheme of those with power abusing those without power. And that's always been our system, and not always since the dawning of time, but ever since the dawning of written history. And this is going to end, because either we're going to make it end by being clever, or we're going to crash, or something even more freaky that nobody ever stops to think about, artificial intelligence will be a lot more intelligent than us soon as it starts programming itself. Soon as artificial intelligence gets to the point where it can program itself, it'll zip on by us so fast that we won't know what happened to us. And we will not be able to live we cannot fight artificial intelligence. It'll be so far beyond us. Our only hope will be that we were intelligent enough to know what we were doing when we started doing it, and know what's coming, because it will change reality. Reality will be different when there is artificial intelligence, because it will be our first God, and we'll have created it. And we cannot understand, there's no way we understand at all what's going to happen to us. But let's not talk about artificial intelligence. Let's try and work on our own with the next verse.